speech on exotic pets. This is my first audience member, Elizabeth Seals. She's my grandma. My second audience member, Bethany Bothwell. She's my sister. And my third audience member, Tina Bothwell. She's my mom.
Hi, my name is Allison Bothwell, and this is my first citizen speech on exotic pets and why they should, in fact, be banned. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Gone. For the betterment of our society, the respect and preservation of the natural world and the wild beings it harbors is a necessity. If we wish to reach greatness, greatness must in turn be shown in the way we treat the world around us. Exotic creatures should not be kept in captivity, let alone as pets. Today, I am going to talk to you about this issue, the respect exotic creatures deserve, how these creatures work, why they shouldn't be held in captivity, with very few exceptions, and the dangers of keeping an exotic animal as a pet. To start off with, I would like to introduce why, in fact, keeping an exotic pet as an animal is wrong. As Paz states, a permanently captive wild animal is doomed to a life of confusion and stress as he attempts to reconcile instinctual urges with foreign surroundings. Wild animals belong in the wild. Exotic creatures have an extremely hard time coping with a false and artificial environment. The cages and captivity, or in cages we put them in, are often unmeasured, and often they're way too small or too large. The small cages result in lower muscle mass and often deformities and growth stunts and things like that in smaller creatures and in smaller animals and young animals. And as they grow up, they grow into a life of mistreatment and malnourishment. Even if it's not intended, that's eventually what runs into it. As AZA states, the enormous global demand for exotic pets is fueling the illegal capture of an exotic species. Dr. Peter Catt states, who's a trustee of Lion Aid, states that lions, specifically, are in real danger of extinction. They have since 1950, their population has been cut in half. There are fewer than 21,000 lions left in the world, and this is due to not only poaching, but also capture for specifically exotic pets. Also, this is due to zoos and circuses. Now, Paz states wild animals have evolved over the course of millions of years as an independent, free-living beings. They have needs, instincts, and behaviors that are inseparably tied to both their appropriate habitat and a free-living state. Coupled with the unpredictable nature of wild animals, habitation is dangerous for humans and wild animals. Habitated animals cannot be returned to the wild because they are likely to become nuisances or an outright danger to humans, which in turn jeopardizes not only humans but also the animal. There is a commonly misconcept that owning an exotic creature is a breezy, easy thing. But in reality, it's not. These creatures are malnourished, under-cared for, and often mistreated or abused. Sometimes intentionally, but not usually intentionally. It's an accident, and it happens, though, and it can't be avoided because you can't meet their social, intellectual, and physical needs because it's virtually impossible, even for professional zookeepers who go to school for years about these things, or biologists, or zoo handlers, pretty much anything. It's virtually impossible to meet every need one of these animals is going to have. So I'm going to introduce you to one of the exotic creatures that's one of the top 3, and that's the lion. Lions consume a whole bunch of animals. They consume elephants, rhinos, even like small rabbits and groundhogs. Their giant food chain. The creatures that they eat have a lot bigger body mass than we do. So that puts us in danger because if they can take down an elephant, I'm pretty sure they can eat you too. And then if they're going to eat like rabbits and things like that, your cats and your dogs or any other pet that you own is going to be endangered. Also, small babies and things like that are not a good idea. The social member of the cat family are lions, and they live in large groups called prides. This is 3 to 15 lions, and they have a very, very complex social and chain. The males and females can grow to be 66 to 98 inches long and 55 to 96 inches tall. And their weight can be 333 to 496 pounds. Without lions, not only are other exotic predators, but many herbivore species population density would skyrocket, and over time they would starve or die due to a lack of nutritional resources. This would be devastating to many ecosystems, including the savanna, and would cause its collapse. It would be something Africa, maybe even the world, would never be able to come back from. This is why activities such as poaching must be stopped. Poaching and keeping exotic animals for pets must be stopped. For the sake of our natural world, and their termination is vital. For the sake of our natural world, their termination is vital. Today I have talked about the respected exotic